Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. I was putting all my stuff away after that, after we finished up U-Shear last episode. And apparently there's a present in our storage room. Dear Hermit, by Cubfan. Dearest Hermit, you thought you could escape from Vexcraft to this new world. You thought wrong. You have been banished by the convex from the main Hermitcraft Isle. You have 1 week to pack your stuff up and get out. Failure to comply will result in prankage on an unprecedented scale. Sincerely, the convex. They want me to leave? I'm not leaving. Pack up all my stuff and get off the main island. I mean, in a way, that would be sort of fun in its own right. But no. I'm not leaving. That's no. This is not a thing that's going to be happening. Where would light blue glazed terracotta go? Probably right here, I guess. This is kind of the wall of colors. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not leaving. That's just not going to be a thing that happens. Well, so it looks like the convex shenanigans have begun. In force. Oh dear. Well, we'll see where this goes. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, what I want to do in today's episode, I want to do some more work over in the shopping district. I want to do, essentially, if we look at our shops, right? We have two shops at the moment. We have the Birch's Boutique over there, and then we have U-Shear down here. I want to make a couple minor changes to U-Shear, just some things that I thought of, and or that were suggested in the comments by you guys. Nothing too major. I think what I want to do is I want to give each of the hermits that comes one complimentary set of shears, and then I will sell shears in the back for 1 diamond each, I think. That way, you know, people can save themselves a trip if they forget to bring shears or if their first one breaks. So kind of a microtransaction thing, sort of, but also not really a microtransaction. I mean, I guess you call it a microtransaction. I also want to do a lot of landscaping around these areas, because if we look at U-Shear, it's basically just a building that's sitting in the ground. I'd really like to kind of clean this area up and make it look a lot better. And then on top of that, I want to do the same thing for the Birch's Boutique as well. I think I want to do a bit of landscaping around here as well, because it doesn't look like horrendous, but it also could look quite a lot better than it does now. And now that we have access to green wool and some of that kind of stuff, we have some options as far as landscaping goes. So I'm going to go get some stuff together. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got a chest here in the back for extra shears, 1 diamond each. And then over in front, I changed the sign that says 2 diamonds for entry, get 1 free set of shears. And I put a bunch of shears in here. So every hermit that comes in will get 1 set of shears for free if they need another set, or they didn't bring their own. They can buy an extra pair back there if it's a distance to travel or something like that. I mean, 1 diamond for a set of shears is obviously really expensive, but time, on the other hand, cannot be. You can't put a value on time, right? It would take 5 minutes to travel back to their base and get their own shears. Isn't that worth a little bit of extra money? I think it is. Anyway, let's start working on these. So I want to kind of landscape these areas a little bit. This is not the right shulker box. Well, actually, I need to take that stuff out of there anyway. This one, that's the right shulker box. Here we go. So I'm going to put all of this stuff over here. Let's just grab some oak leaves. And let's just see, if I put oak leaves along there, that does not look bad. I think what I'd want to do, though, Let's get... Oh, but that's visible inside. Okay, well... Okay, I was gonna put coarse dirt there, but that's not gonna work very well. So, I guess we'll just leave it as the white. It looks a little funky, but I don't think it's bad. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's whatever. And then we'll put that there and that there, just to kind of give it a little bit of something. But now we need to do the actual landscaping. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Just kidding, by the way. Yes, I know. I read the comments. Last episode, I broke one of Exuma's torches. I didn't even notice it. It just kind of happened. So, I intentionally broke that one just now. But I've replaced them both. But anyway, let's kind of get into landscaping here. So, I think what we probably want to do... I mean, I don't want to mess with this path too much. I like as far as like where it goes. So I'm envisioning that this part will kind of come here and maybe wrap around. I should have brought some birch logs with me is what I should have done. But this gives us a good opportunity because Rendog has opened up his log shop, which looks absolutely amazing, by the way. I don't know how I feel about this little set of leaves right here, but the rest of it looks really, really good. I love the fact that it's basically just a giant stump. But anyway, he's selling logs, and I believe it is 2 diamonds per stack for every variant of logs. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves like a stack of birch. And we can always come back here and grab more if we need. It's not very far. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I absolutely hate chopping down trees. It's like one of my least favorite things to do. Probably because I build so much using wood that I just spend way too much time chopping down trees. So I'm very, very, very happy that that shop now exists. I'm going to spend so many diamonds there over the course of the season. But anyway, let's get back into this. So I want a crafting bench. Let's like put that right here. And then let's make a few birch slabs. And I think what we're gonna do, let's bring this down right here, which means we then need to go boop, boop, to kind of keep this same sort of feel, right? And then I think we'll maybe bring this out to here. And then I want it to kind of come over this way. I think this is where we ultimately want the road to go. And then that leaves a little bit of space over here for someone else to maybe build like a waterfront shop or something like that. Could be kind of cool. I've got a couple of ideas that that could look pretty nice. Actually, before I do this, let me run up top and just see. Okay, so he's got kind of this sort of like facade sort of thing. Wait, are there stripped birch bark blocks? Because I know you can make the bark blocks like this. Does that work with stripped birch? I need to know this. Is this a... I need one more. Is this a thing? No. So how did you get... like this one? Because this is birch on all sides. Unless, do you maybe do the bark block and then strip that? Oh, I see. Okay. That's super cool. I had no idea that that was a thing. Nice. Okay, let me get a little bit of work done here on this pathway. I learned a new thing. That doesn't happen all that often. Not anymore, anyway. Not in this game. unless it's some sort of like technical something. I don't really learn much about like what blocks exist in the game anymore. That's a rare occurrence. So I'm actually super excited about that. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do a little work on this this pathway here and try and kind of get something that looks fairly okay to kind of go along here. I'm thinking maybe what we'll end up doing is kind of bringing this out this way. So it'll end up being essentially like a 5-wide path. And that will probably end up looking better. So something like that, we'd put this back, and then we'd probably just, it looks like the actual walkways are elevated a little bit, like they're up at the half slab level. So we don't even have to we don't even have to like carve out a spot for it. We just can go right here and just do it like this. It looks like that's how most of these were done. So I'm going to do some work on this. I may have to go and fetch more birch blocks, but that's okay. So let me get some work done here, guys. I'll be back with you in just a bit. All right, guys. So I've got the pathway kind of marked out here. Just realized that I placed this torch entirely in the wrong spot. There we go. So I think what I want to do is kind of go through with a bit of coarse dirt over here. And I just want to add like a little bit of variation down kind of underneath, right? Just to kind of mix up this terrain a little bit. And we'll basically end up doing the same thing on the other side as well. Maybe one like right there too. And then we'll grab some bone meal. Let's do maybe like that. And we'll kind of just come through and bone meal everything. But I find that bone meal usually adds a bit too much. We'll get rid of the flowers, probably get rid of a decent amount of the leaves and grass that it adds. You know, we want a little bit of grass, but we don't want to go too crazy with it. We don't want it to be like super overboard or whatever. So something like this I think would be good. And then, oh, you know, can you, I'm pretty sure you can place leaves on coarse dirt. One second here. Let me just grab a shears of my own. There we go. And let's just grab all of this. And then I think you can plant that. Yeah. That's what I thought. So we can plant some of this grass on the coarse dirt, which will help kind of break up the brown a little bit. And I think that'll be good. And then a couple of these, we'll make them a little taller. Maybe that one as well. Just to, we don't want to go too crazy with the grass. We want there to be grass, but we don't want it to be too much. So just a little bit here and there, just to kind of add some sort of interest to the ground over here. I think that's good. Cool. So then I want to leave the area kind of behind the shop free as well. But this whole section right in here, like what I envision ultimately is that this road will kind of come up here and then it will sort of turn and go this way. So all of this space over here would be a great location for a shop, but I don't think you're going to fit anything right here in this little bit. So we'll probably want to do kind of the same thing here as well. And maybe over here, kind of around this tree, we can do a little bit of that same type of deal. And then ultimately we want to do something similar over by the Bush's Boutique as well. Over here we have lighting from these like little tiki torches or whatever you want to call them. But over by the Bush's Boutique, I don't think there is, oh, thank you, Tango. I was just about to sleep. I don't think over by the Bush's Boutique there is any like light sources other than maybe some torch spam. Yeah, so we'll want to do some carpets, I think, with torches under them to provide us some light over here. So let me get to work on this. Let me start doing some stuff. I suppose the other part, and in fact, this is actually something I want to do right now that I'm thinking about it, before I forget, let's also take our shovel and let's just make some of this into path blocks. I think. Not that one, no. I want that to stay as grass. We don't want a ton of path blocks, but a little bit here and there just to kind of break it up a little. I think that'll be pretty good. Not you. Turn that one back to grass as well. Yeah, just a little bit. That way there's a little bit more variety in that as well. I like it. Okay, awesome. I'm going to replicate that around over here and over by the Bushes Boutique, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got all the landscaping all finished up. So let's go ahead and swing over here and take a look at the yew shear first. So over here, I kept it pretty simple. I did the path. I did a little bit right here, and then I did a little bit over here as well. This part I think we did together, if I remember correctly. I didn't do anything on the backside, though, and I didn't do anything over here in this area, because I have a feeling that this right here would be like a prime location for an actual shop. So I don't want to put anything there and give people like the impression that they shouldn't build something there, because I think they should build something there. And then this path will probably wrap around behind. But now let's go take a look at the Bushes Boutique. And this one got a lot more in the as far as landscaping goes. I brought a bunch of vines and leaves and stuff down this like cliff. And actually, looking at this, maybe it would be better to work a little bit of cobblestone into that as well. Just to give it more of like a rocky face. But a couple of the is supposed to be like ivy that's climbing up, right? There's little carpets kind of spread about to make sure everything is relatively well lit at night. I also reworked this path a little bit to bring it down and give you a straight way up. Speaking of which, have we sold anything here? We have not. I really feel like 1 diamond per stack is not that bad of a price because people are inherently lazy. But maybe we should reduce that to 2 diamonds per stack. I don't know. I would pay a diamond per stack for leaves. For some of the, especially for the more annoying leaves, like the ones that you have to travel super far for. I would probably do a diamond per stack, but that's just me. Anyway. So, where was I? Oh, yes, the path. So this path kind of comes up. Ren did a little bit of landscaping for his log shop. So this basically from like right where I'm standing that way was all Rendog. And except for this little bit right here that kind of wraps around. But he did all of this, the spruce and the path blocks and stuff like that. And leading up here, I changed this a little bit. So now we've got a nice mix of coarse dirt and grass and path block and leaves and foliage and stuff. So it looks a lot more alive than it did. And I think it's good. I mean, I will admit I'm not a master landscaper. I'm no Scar, for example. But yeah, I think it's an improvement over where it was, and I think it should be fine. So now I want to swing over. Here we go. I want to swing over to Python's shop, because I heard that he has reduced the cost for shulker boxes yet again. So it's now 2 shulker boxes for 8 diamonds. And because I cannot help but buy shulker boxes when they're cheaper than somewhere else, I will provide him a little bit of business. I know Tango Tech is selling shulker boxes as well, but I think his shulker boxes are 2 for 10. So Python went and undercut Tango, who undercut Python before. So it's like a trade war going on. There's business. Well, what it is it's the economy working, which is great. I'm super happy. I also have still not seen any fish or squid in the oceans in like days. I don't know what's going on, but I need your guys' help. Over here by our little starter house and stuff like that, there's these mustaches. The Bumbo mustaches, right? On posts. And I figured, oh, it's Iskall doing what Iskall does. But I asked Iskall, and he says it wasn't him. and nobody seems to know who actually built these. But His Skull said it wasn't him. So I don't know. Where did these bumbo mustaches come from? Someone must have done it. I mean, it's a whitelisted server. There's only so many people that could possibly have done it. But I'm wondering if maybe it was someone during like a live stream or something. I don't know. I have no idea who built these. I haven't seen it in any videos or anything like that. And I've watched... I probably haven't watched every Hermitcraft episode that's come out this season from everybody, but I've watched probably the majority of them. So I don't know. Maybe I missed it or what. But somebody let me know. The mystery of the bumbos. What's going on with these bumbo mustaches? Because I genuinely have no idea. The other thing, one final thing, I want to swing over to the fantasy area real quick, which should be this way? Yeah, northwest. Here we go. I want to swing over to the fantasy area real quick because I was flying over here the other day. Here we go. Fantasy area. And I stumbled across this. This has got to be false. This has a very false vibe to it. But this is amazing. Look at this. I saw that and I was like, wow, that looks incredible. The purple and all the arches, and like when I envision fantasy, this is totally what I see. There's something just like this with all the arches, very kind of like elven in nature. Oh man, I love it. So false kudos to you. One of the best builders on Hermitcraft by far. We have some very, very good builders on Hermitcraft. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people who are competent. There's plenty of people who are above average. And then there's like Scar and False. So, and I'm like not even in the same ballpark as those guys. But anyway, I think I am out of time for this episode, my friends. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one, but that's okay. You know, Hermitcraft is still going strong. Also, I did start a new Monster Hunter World series on my second channel, and I put out a trailer for that yesterday, which if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to watch it. I had a lot of fun making it. It was basically like a giant time-lapse montage thing with epic music and stuff and jokes, and I enjoyed it very much. But anyway, check out the second channel if you're interested in Monster Hunter. I'm probably not going to talk about it a whole lot more on the main channel. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.